you want to start sim racing but not sure how. Fear not, Seth is here to tell you everything you need to know about sim racing. The first thing that many people think about sim racing is that it's very expensive. And yes, it can be expensive. However, it's not really too hard to keep it budget friendly. For example, I race right now with a 32-inch game monitor, the Logitech G29, and the 8-shifter, basic sturdy 50-inch computer desk, and a gaming chair. The G29 costed $237 because it was on a sale then. The chair was $100. The desk I got for free, but it's around, I would value, maybe $50 or so, based on other similar sized desks. The monitor was a great deal. It was an AOC gaming monitor for $279. So that brings up the total value of my rig to around $670, all in US currency. I later got a Logitech gaming keyboard and mouse just this year, and I invested in, of course, The Sims in the beginning, Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I invested in iRacing, but if you count that, my net value would continue to increase because you have to keep paying for iRacing, so, which I'll explain more detail of that in a future video, so subscribe. Now, if you count my PC that I'm getting soon, the keyboard and the mouse, my setup would be valued at $2,016 US. This may seem like a lot, but I built this rig up over time, a span of 4 years or so really, because I started out on an old Dell laptop, which I explained in my previous video, and a mouse on the demo free version of LFS. That was it. So basically I had a small laptop, gaming, not even a game mouse, just a normal office mouse, and not even an external keyboard. That's what it started with, and nothing else, which was maybe $500 if you count the original price of the PC, but the PC was very old, so it's probably only like $100 value really. So you don't have to start very expensive, basically. That's the main thing people think, and you don't have to. You can start very, very cheaply. You can be very frugal with your setup. It does not have to be anything fancy, because you can do a lot of DIY stuff too. So now the second thing you have to know when getting into sim racing is that it does require commitment. It's not a game, it is a simulator. This is a classic argument, but it's true. You must commit to learning how to race, because just like in real life, race car drivers have to learn, and simulators want to simulate real life. So in a way, sim racing can become a job, but a very enjoyable one if you enjoy cars, of course. So I wouldn't really call it a job. Some people call it a job, though. I wouldn't, personally. It's definitely not a job to me. I suggest... So I would suggest starting with LFS and see if you really enjoy LFS, which is a 2002 simulator, and don't let the age fool you. It's a very good sim. It's very good and realistic. So if you like that, you're probably gonna really like sim racing all in all, and you could do something more serious like ACC or iRacing, and I'll put all those links in the description below. Now the third and final thing I'd say that you really have to learn about sim racing, to know about sim racing before starting, and I'm keeping this short, but basically you're not gonna be very good. And don't go. I'm only saying this because I was not good at it either. When you start, you take a lot of time to learn. It took me quite a few years before I really started winning races. And in iRacing, it took a few months before I won my first race in rookies. And on a later video, I'll show you how my iRacing career went at first. But right now, I'm trying to keep the video short and just to the point. So, but you gotta start out awful, but you'll get better if you practice. So don't let that stop you, because I started out awful and I'm average now. I'm definitely not good yet. And so those are the 3 major tips. Honestly, I could make an hour-long video on how to start sim racing, but I'm not here to do that. I'm here to give some tips on how to start, but how you actually start is entirely up to you. If you're just a car enthusiast, perhaps a great way to start would be on Gran Turismo, which is on PlayStation 5, and that's a lot cheaper than doing something big like iRacing, because I mean, a lot of people own a PS5, and that's $500 rather than investing in a $1,200 PC, If you're more of a serious person, then I suggest probably starting out with some sims like Assetto Corsa or Assetto Corsa Competizione, and eventually making your way to iRacing, because iRacing is probably the best, which I will also have that in a later video. I definitely recommend doing iRacing if you're serious competition though. Definitely do iRacing. And if you wanna see my ranking on Sims, please hit that subscribe button, because I'm gonna be ranking Sims soon, like my favorite sim, next favorite, etc., and all the Sims I've tried. So definitely hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, please smash that thumbs up, and I hope to see you all racing soon. For those of you who are already sim racing, I hope you get out on the track and get some good races in. Thank you all. Great racing. Seth out.